I'm Kendall. At the moment, I'm running a marketing agency, which I've just started with one other. But a little bit of history, like I did marketing at uni, and then I went off and was the marketing manager at the Baby Factory. And then I moved to London, and I worked out of all the royal palaces of London. We used to market all the events that went into the royal palaces. Then I worked at a surf school for a little while in a caravan. So I had like this little caravan that was like attached to the surf school, and it had like views out over the volcanoes and stuff. And so that every day I was like the photographer and like social media girl. So I'd like go out with the surfers each day and like sit on the beach and take photos of them all. And then I'd come back and like edit them and do all the social media posting and write little blog posts and stuff like that. It was so fun. It was so cool. And then I came back to New Zealand, and I've been working for Fonterra for maybe 3 years. And then now I've just started my own marketing agency. So heaps of experience there, like maybe 13 years working in digital. Yeah. Everything over. I can go from like marketing a lip gloss of a beauty product to like a gym membership, like plumbing services for your dad's business, fishing tours, milking machinery, like literally anything and everything. For the marketing business, we have a huge range of people. So at the moment, I'm working with a fishing tour place in Guatemala, and they do like when you catch huge big fish out on the fishing boats, those massive ones you see in photos, like marlin and stuff. So I'm working with them at the moment. I work with a place who makes, how do I explain this, electronic cup removers for New Zealand dairy sheds. So it's like a machine that goes into a dairy shed that helps milk the cow pretty much. And then we've got lots of plumbing and building businesses and things like that. Question, I actually went to uni to be an accountant, which is a funny story because I suck at maths. And as my first year, you had to do like an overview of a whole lot of things. So it was like accounting, marketing, I can't remember the other ones, but it was a whole range of things. And then that first year I realised, I'm really not that good at accounting and I don't actually find it that fun. But marketing was something that I found really interesting, and so that's sort of when I diverted into that. Yeah. Pretty much we would go and see a client and work out what they want. So either they want a website or they don't. So that's kind of where it starts from. And then the marketing kind of comes behind that. So an example, like I'm working with a plumbing company at the moment who have a website, but they really need more clients. I've lost a lot of clients over COVID. So we've put together like a marketing campaign to pretty much find them new clients. So working in like social media, Google Ads, email marketing, those sort of channels, yeah. Yeah, heaps of social media stuff, like lots of, and we've just bought the RAT tests for COVID into New Zealand, and doing lots of influencer marketing through Instagram at the moment for those. So I don't know if the kids, do you know Uncle Tix on Instagram?
No.
Yeah, so we've just sent him a bunch of RAT tests, and you'll see it in his videos coming up. We pretty much pay him to promote the products for us. So yeah, it's sort of finding popular people within Instagram and things like that and sending them products and $500 or however much it is, and getting them to post stuff for us. Yeah, you'll probably usually have maybe like 3 or 4 different channels that you would do. So you might do Facebook and Instagram, but you'd also do like Google search ads and Google shopping, for example. But it really depends on the client you're working with and what they're trying to do. How much I'd make a year is probably at an intermediate to an advanced level would be 70 to 90K a year. Because it costs us to pay Facebook or influencers and things like that as well. So you have like my fee, and then you would have ad spend, which is how much we're putting into the Facebook ads and things like that. But I would say between 2.5 to 3.5 grand, depending on ad spend, is how much like a 3-month campaign would cost. 150k per campaign in ad spend. So you would have a campaign a month and you're spending like $150,000 over a 3-month period. Like, I don't try and build my own channel, I guess is what I'm saying, but I am on there to ensure that I'm up to date with like what's happening. Like, I don't know, heaps of people my age, for example, aren't on TikTok, but I would be, just so I know how people are acting in those channels and like how potential clients could advertise or things like that in those channels. So I am on it, but I think if you find me on Instagram or whatever, I don't have thousands and millions of followers like I probably could, but I don't want to. I reckon that's the beauty of digital marketing. You have such a flexible lifestyle if you want it. Because you can do it from anywhere. So, like, you don't need to go into the office, you don't need to be on a building site, stuff like that. You can do it from your computer. I could be in Indonesia if I wanted to, and still do my job just as well as I can anywhere. So that's pretty cool. I have 3 tips and tricks. Okay, number 1 is think like the customer, not like the business that you work for. So you might have a client who says, I am selling these shoes and everybody loves them because they've got a high heel arch. But you might look at these shoes and go, no, actually your audience will love them because of the colorways that you're doing them in. And so you build a campaign for the customer, not for the client. You kind of end up having conversations with them about that, but they think they know what your customers need better than you do sometimes. Point number 2 is use funnels. So if you don't know what funnels are, go on YouTube, but it's a way of like funneling people from knowing what your product is into purchasing a product online. So those are like 100% key. And number 3 is use data. So get on Google Analytics and learn that like the back of your hand, because data will show you everything you ever need to know, and it's the beauty of digital. So that's my 3 tips.